with you. Anything you want.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Fenty Alexander Marshall and welcome. If you're new here, hi, how are you? Don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you're clicking the notification bell so every time I'm uploading a new video, you are notified. Yeah, we're going to do yet another makeup look. This is going to be so super simple because literally after I do this makeup look, I am out the door to church. So I am going to bring for you guys my updated makeup look for church, particularly when I am singing in church. Because I do sing on the worship team at my church. I'm not singing today. I sang last week, so I'm not singing today. I don't sing again till the end of June. So yeah, I thought I would just bring you guys this super simple makeup look for church, and you don't have to go over the top with your makeup look. And when you see how I'm doing this, it's going to be so super simple. So super simple. So come on. Let's go ahead and do this super simple makeup look for church. As always, I do have my handy dandy mirror with me. First is primer. I do prime because I want my makeup to last, particularly when I am singing. But I do have errands to run today after church. So, and one of the places I'm going to is to go get my feet done. I gotta go get my feet done today. Gotta get my feet done. So I usually use a few primers. One of my favorite primers, I just re-upped on it. It is the Serum face primer from Fashion Fair. My favorite. I just re-upped on it because when I tell you I used it to the absolute nub to where I was like, is there anything left in here? It is so super good. If you have not tried out Fashion Fair, you need to try out that face serum primer. It is so good. But this is what I have been using lately the last few times, and I did use this exact primer last weekend when I sang in church. This is from NYX. This is the NYX Plump Right Back primer. Yes, this is not really, if you want to say it's grippy, you can, but to me it's not. And I really do like this primer, and it does make your makeup not only last, but your face feels a little plump. And you need that versatility, particularly for us ladies that are of mature age, and me knocking on 50. Yes, I'm knocking on 50. I turned 50 in September. Primers like this really do work. And I really like this primer. Oh, okay, yeah, I've been using this primer. I really have been using this primer. But yeah, this does help my dry skin as well, because I do have dry skin. But I just, something about this primer I really do like. And see how once I put it on, it makes my skin a little glowy, yet youthful. I just feel youthful with it. But your makeup does last with this primer. All right, see how nice and glowy that looks? Yes, we're into the Plump Right Back. So next is foundation. I'm not doing foundation. Usually I would do foundation. The foundation I had usually been using is from Fashion Fair. I use either their stick foundation or their cream to powder foundation. And then I ended up using, which was that I used cream to powder. I think at one point, I think it was the Milani cream to powder foundation. I used that. And I did at one point use a little MAC. But I just lately been using concealer. It has been awesome. So what have I been using concealer wise? I would go back and forth. I was using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, the OG itself. But I picked up this Milk Makeup concealer that a lot of people use not only as concealer. A lot of people do use this as foundation. When you don't want to use foundation, you want to use concealer, or you need to spot conceal. This is what I have been wearing lately in my makeup. When I tell you, yes. So we're going to use a concealer today. And what I do, I just put it all over. And this concealer is full coverage. The shade I have is 24N. So I got my shade. It's a hair red. It's a hair red, but it works. And when I lay my powder, it goes just fine. And all I do is I just take it and just pull it put it all over the face. I have been using this like a lot. All right, this is how I've been putting it on my face. Shoot, the way I've been using this, I won't be surprised if I end up running out. I won't be not one bit. I won't be not one bit surprised. End up running out. Then I just take my brush and I just stipple it in, just so. I do put a little under my eyes because it is a concealer. It's not a foundation, but I'm using this as my all over foundation. I wore this last week when I sang in church. I wore this concealer. I did not wear any foundation. And I want to say the last few times I've sang in church, this is what I've been wearing. This is what I've been wearing. I have not been wearing foundation. This is what I've been wearing. Concealer. And it's the Milk Makeup. And at one point, I wasn't using the Milk Makeup. I was, again, using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. And mainly in the areas where I had some discoloration, I definitely was using it. But in that concealer, it's also for coverage. But again, if you're not looking for absolute full beat, full on, just conceal or spot conceal. And it works just fine. And as you can see with me using concealer, it's working out perfectly fine. Yeah. You know, all you gotta do is spot conceal. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. Next is setting spray, setting powder. I'm going to set, I'm gonna go ahead and use, this is already up here. I have been using it a couple of times. I had it in my maybe stack and I'm still trying to test this out. This is the setting powder from Makeup by Mario. This is the neutral, what shade is this? Neutral medium deep. I'm kind of on the fence with this, but since I already had it out, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just going to take some of this powder. I'm actually going to tap this powder because a lot of it ended up coming out. Just so. The rest of that right there. And what I ended up doing, which I ended up finding it worked, which I need to do, I ended up pressing it in. It ended up coming out pretty good. I pressed it in. Did what y'all did. I pressed it in. I'm taking the setting powder and I'm just pressing it in to my skin because I'm not highlighting. I'm not using a banana powder or anything like that. I'm just pressing it in. Just so. Definitely make sure I get my forehead. I do mainly focus a lot on my forehead because when I'm singing in church and you get in the spirit, yeah, my forehead starts to sweat a little bit. And that, for some reason, is the first area that does sweat is my forehead. And yes, even though I have dry skin, I sweat still. Okay. That's all right. I don't know, I'm still on the fence with this setting powder. I'm still on the fence with it. And I press this in. I usually do my four corners and then buff it in. I'm pressed it in and it's still not giving me what I want. This is my Ride or Die press powder. This is my Ride or Die. This is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch press powder. The shade I have is Cinnamon Bun. This is my Ride or Die. This is my Ride or Die. I have to have this press powder. Y'all, yeah, it look nasty. I have been using this like crazy. And I just take the press powder. And just like that, I just press it in to give me some additional coverage. Because this powder here, this is my Ride or Die. Oh, I won't be surprised if I hit pan. This is my Ride or Die. I do have her loose setting powder in the shade Kanufa. I do have that one. And I hadn't too long got the pink powder. Everybody talking about pink powder. I'm going to give that pink powder a try. I haven't opened it just yet. But this is my Ride or Die. Ooh, look at that. Yes, this is why this is my ride or die. Yes. 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 This is my ride or die. Go get you this pressed powder. Go get you this pressed powder. If I have it in my Shop My, I think I do. No, I don't. I need to add this to my Shop My. I always leave my Shop My link in the bottom of the description box so you can check out some of the products that I do use. So you can see what I use. And I don't think I added, I think I have Knuffle. I think I have Knuffle. And I do have the Milk Makeup Concealer on there as well. So check that out. All right, I am going to bronze it. I bronze all over the face. This definitely on my Shop My. This is definitely. This bronzer from Juvia's Place. This is the tan one. My husband and I are about to leave to go out of town. And I take this everywhere. I don't go anywhere without this bronzer. I don't go anywhere without this. I'm about to hit pan on both of them. And I've had them for quite a while. So I'm just going to take that. I'm just going to bronze up a little bit on both sides. And from time to time when I don't want to wear eyeshadow, this is my eyeshadow. Now, this is usually my eyeshadow. This bronzer is also poses as my eyeshadow. But I do have an eyeshadow up here that I have worn. No. Is it this one? No, it was the other one that I did use. But we're going to go ahead and use this eyeshadow palette instead of the other one. And whenever I do wear eyeshadow, I've been wearing the Major Dimension 3 eyeshadow palette from Patrick Ta, which is all matte. That's what I've been going for, is an all matte look. I don't do shimmer, and for the longest time I've mainly put bronzer, and still I'll put bronzer. But since I have the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes up here, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I go for an all matte look because I don't need all that shimmer and so forth. When I'm singing, I don't do all of the shimmer and so forth. So 9 times out of 10, it's coming off my eyes. So I just go for either an all matte look, or I just put bronzer in my crease. I'm looking for, I keep all my brushes and everything up here. So we're going to go for an all matte eye today. And on my crease, let's put this shade right here. I'm going to put this all on the crease. And this is very pigmented. Between this one and the Major Dimension 3, love. But that's, if I am putting eyeshadow, I'm going to reach for the Major Dimension 3. Yeah. Because it's very, very simple. I'm not going over the top or anything like that. I don't need to go over the top with my makeup. It is so super simple. And when I tell you last week my makeup was so simple, I did not wear eyeshadow. I did put bronzer over my lid. And most of the time, if I'm not wearing eyeshadow, I'm putting bronzer on my eyes. Because for some reason, you don't need to, when I tell you you don't need to go over the top with your makeup, you don't need to go over the top with your makeup, particularly for church. You don't need to go over the top. You really, really don't need to go over the top. All right, on my lid, I usually put one of these brighter shades. If you can see, I put one of these brighter shades on my lid. I'm probably gonna, you know what, let's go with this one, because I do dig in this one a lot. I'm gonna put this all over my lid. It ends up making a pretty good ombre look. And again, you're not going over the top with your makeup. It's church. And I'm just going to take that color. I'm just going to pat. I'm just patting it on my lid. And like I said, a lot of times I am just putting just bronzer all over my eye. Because I go for as simple as I possibly can. I don't need to be over the top with my makeup. And see, that's all you really need to do. That's all you need to do. I'm going to go back with this. No additional product. And I'm just going to blend the two shades together to kind of create this ombre effect. That's it. I don't need to do anything else. I am going to go ahead and do blush. I don't do blush all the time. I really don't do blush all the time. But when I do wear blush, this is the blush. If I can find my blush. Here it is, right here. if I do blush, I am going to wear my Dior blush. I will wear this. Every now and then, I will pick up this from Milk Makeup. This is the jelly, what is this, jelly? Yeah, the Milk Makeup. This is like their Jelly Pop blush. Every now and then I'll pick this up, but this is what I'm going to wear most of the time, my Dior blush. Last weekend, did I wear blush last weekend? I don't remember if I did. I think I did. And if I did, this is what I wore. I wore Dior. So I'm just going to take it and just do the lightest wash of color. I'm not going to go over the top with my blush. I'm going to put the lightest amount of color because I don't want to overdo my makeup, which is why I keep my makeup looks so simple. Yeah, just like that. And that's it. I don't like super rosy cheeks. I don't need super rosy cheeks. And that's why I go with that blush from Dior. Next is setting spray. I'm out of the Until Dawn setting spray by One Size Beauty. I'm almost out of the setting spray by L'Oreal Infallible. I'm almost out of that. But this is what I wore last week. Love it. I say get it. I've been wearing this. This is the Fenty Beauty setting spray. I've been wearing this a few times. And I'm really enjoying the setting spray. I hadn't too long got this. That's why I asked y'all. Y'all tried this? Y'all tried this? Let me know if y'all tried this. But I'm not disappointed with it. I'm really not disappointed with it. Next is mascara. I've been trying this mascara out and I've been a little disappointed with it. The mascara I usually wear is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. That's the one I've been wearing a lot lately. I need to get another tube. But I picked up this one from the Sephora collection. This is the waterproof version. I've been underwhelmed by it. But when I wore it again yesterday, it gave me a little volume. So we'll go ahead and try this out again. But I have worn this mascara to church. I want to say I wore this mascara when I sang back in April. This is what I wore. Yeah, it's giving me a little lash. So yeah, now it's giving me some lash. Last but not least, lip. I wear a gloss. I do not wear lipstick. I think I did lipstick a couple of times. Lipstick is just not for me. I always do gloss. The gloss I always wear, I wear the NYX. What is that? The NYX, not the butter gloss. I forgot the name of it. Just that fast. The glow. The fat oil, that's what I wear. The NYX fat oil. I need another one because it's literally, I don't have much left. I don't put gloss on until right before it's time. This is when I leave the house, this is how I look. And I have nothing on my lips. Nothing at all on my lips. Once we're finished with our last run through, that's when I'll put my lip gloss on. But that is in my purse right now, and I keep it in my purse. But this Plump Ambition lip gloss from L'Oreal, I've been loving it. Loving it. So I'm not singing church today, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this lip oil on. And to say this sucker is pigmented and it's plumping, I've really been enjoying it. This is what I have been enjoying. I have been enjoying this lip oil from L'Oreal. I have been enjoying it. Absolutely enjoying it. But this is it. This is my final makeup look. Super simple, nothing over the top. I don't need to be all caked up with makeup and super fancy this and super fancy that. I keep it as simple as I possibly can. I don't need nothing over the top. This is it. This is my makeup look for church. And you can create this look too. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.